Okay, so this lesson should be a little bit of review. We're going to look at solving equations that have multiple variables, kind of like this one right here, ax minus b equals c. So what I want to do is I want to compare, we've actually done this before, but I'm going to do it again. I want to compare solving a single variable equation with a multivariable equation. In both cases, we're going to solve for x. So what I like to do is I like to identify x. And I want you to notice that we're going to do the same thing in both places. So if we start on the left-hand side, I think all of you would tell me, in order to solve this, we're going to add 6 to both sides. And that is the addition property of equality. And what I want you to notice is that on the right-hand side, we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm trying to isolate x. I need to move this minus b. So I'm going to do plus b on both sides. Now on the left-hand side, I can actually add 10 and 6 and get 16. On the right-hand side, I can't combine c and b because those are unlike terms. So I'm left with just c plus b. Okay, continuing on. Let's again find our variable. There it is. There it is. And now, what would I do on the left-hand side? Well, I see that 2 is being multiplied by x, so I would divide both sides. This would be the division property of equality. Let me write that a little nicer. This would be the division property of equality. Notice on the right-hand side, exact same thing. What's happening? X is being multiplied by a. So to isolate x, I would have to divide by a. So on the left-hand side, I can actually divide 6 divided by 2, and I get 8. And on the right-hand side, those are all unlike terms, although it doesn't matter when I divide. I'm allowed to divide unlike terms. But because there's a binomial in the numerator, I'm just going to leave it. So what I want you to notice here is the steps to isolate the variable are exactly the same on both sides. The only difference is because we're dealing with variables, sometimes we can't combine them together and get a nice number. But the process is exactly the same. Variables are just placeholders for numbers. That's all they are. They just hold the place of a number. So they have the same properties. And so you would use your same properties of equality in order to solve. Let's take a look at a couple of examples. So in this case, I want to solve for w. Let's find our variable. And now let's see what's happening here. I actually have two choices in starting this one. I can, since the 2 is being multiplied by the quantity of L plus W, I could divide both sides by 2, or I could distribute the 2 and then deal with it that way. Either one is appropriate. I'm going to choose to divide both sides by 2, because when I do that, I'm left with P divided by 2 on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, the 2's actually reduce to 1, and I'm left with just L plus W. Okay, so again, find my variable. What's happening to it? Well, it's being added. L is being added to W. So what do I need to do? I need to subtract L from both sides. And that leaves me with, on the right-hand side, P divided by 2 minus L leaves me with W on its own. Okay? Now, let's look at this other one on the right-hand side. Again, let's find our variable. We want to solve for R, which is right there. Okay, remember, when we are solving equations, we do PEMDAS in reverse. So what that means is I'm actually going to deal with the exponent after I deal with the multiplication. Okay, remember, we do PEMDAS in reverse. So if I write down PEMDAS here, we are going in this direction when we solve. So that tells me that multiplication and division comes before exponents. Okay, so what does that mean for this? That means that the first thing I need to do here is I need to divide both sides by pi in order to get r squared by itself. So now I have a divided by pi equals r squared. Locate my variable that I'm trying to isolate. Now, you may or may not know this, but how do I undo squared? How do I isolate r if r is being squared? Well, the answer is you take the square root. So my final answer here is the square root of a divided by pi gives me r. And there's my final answer. So I've given you some to practice, and then you can try the exit ticket.